The kicker, Will Reichert, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from South Florida. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play. Here's a 2nd and 9. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it, so we're able to move forward.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time. Anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now a screen set up for H.M. And he's in. gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. And this is going to be no good, but penalty flags come raining in. This could very well be a roughing call. Another extra point opportunity here. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Shaheed now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That'll be returnable from the 35. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They send a receiver in motion left. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what?
It's big opening up the middle. And he will score. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's taken in by Achane. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it's going to be 3rd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Now, faking the... And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. On the ground, here's the rookie from Penn State. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Collins. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll take a shot for Watson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Here comes 3rd and 6. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll go with Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming. At the very least was able to get that ball out. to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. He'll dodge one would-be tackler. He'll wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Let's go. Throwing now on 1st and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one brought in by James. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he'll take it on in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Jaguars. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now, following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Let's go now.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught left side by Waddle.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Come on, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
In motion, it's Waddle. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
The defense is just going to have to find a way, Mike, frankly, to just make this more challenging from the time the quarterback has in the pocket to the amount of separation the receiver has downfield. At this level, that is just too easy. They've got to tighten up both their coverage and find a way to get some pressure on the quarterback. Because if they don't do either, expect a lot more big chunk plays like we just saw there.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. One final throw before the break. That's going to be incomplete. They say no to the field goal, but that backfires. They're going to come away with nothing as this first half comes to an end. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. First and 10.
Here we go, set.
They motion the slot man left.
Go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. And here we have another missed opportunity for an offense that have already had a handful of them throughout this game. And let's be honest, Mike, you just can't afford to overthrow a man that's that open, especially when you're trying to overcome a double-digit deficit in the NFL.
Tight end motioning left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man left side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. In motion, it's Waddle. Here's a give to Achane. Down the sideline, past the 40. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Come on, Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Dolphins draw closer here. It's 21-14. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready, set, go.
You have a tight end motioning left here. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Catch made there by Waddle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
Fires left sideline. That is complete. They get 20 on the connection. 1st down, Miami.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And This is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
Ooh. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
In motion, it's Waddle.
Go.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Slot man in motion right. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Dolphins will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
In motion now, it's Collins. He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not.
Hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. So we'll take it to the... This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll run. He will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll send their tight end left. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A handoff, it's Achane heading left. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Waddle. Now, faking the give. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
The man in motion is Watson. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one taken in. Christian Watson, touchdown Miami. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go. Question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On the handoff, this is H.N. This is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, trying to find some place to escape, and there was none. A big loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Putting the tight end in motion. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the 1st down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? They'll try to set up the screen here.